Yo, welcome to Change Mindset. I'm your host, AJ Smith.
Let's get it. And I'm your host, Leon Keenan.
The podcast is for everyday hustlers who said enough is enough. We're talking to comedians, content creators, bosses, risk takers who flipping the script and betting on themselves. And if you're ready to level up and get in your bag, this is your sign. Tap in. Let's get it, y'all. Change Mindset.
Alright, y'all, another episode,
y'all, of the Change Mindset Podcast.
Yeah. What's it?
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the noise.
Yeah. Hey, yo, we have a special guest, yo.
A special one.
You know what I'm saying? He's one of my upcoming favorite comedians to watch. You know what I'm saying? Met her in Greensboro. Loved her energy. She was a host, and had to get her number and information to bring on the show. So, none other than SteFunny.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey guys, thank you so much for having me.
And y'all, I just want to let you guys know, as much as bright she is right now with the orange on,
Oh shoot.
your energy matches it.
Oh, thank you so much.
It definitely matches it.
Thanks.
For real.
I wore this on purpose today at work. The old man tried to holler at me at work, and he was like, "I like your era." I said, "You like my what?" He said, "I can feel it in your era. You like everything about me." I said, "Do you mean my aura?"
This man.
You want to try to get your bills paid that day?
Girl, he had gave me some free food because he worked on the little he worked on the food truck that had came to the job today. I don't know his name was Quincy. Shout out Quincy. I shouted you out. Yo,
See what it was, you got them neon nails on.
It's
Hooked
everything.
them.
I'm talking about it's
Hooked
black
them.
with a dark chocolatey.
That's
thing
what I'm
myself,
saying.
Where these bright colors it turns them on. You know what I'm saying? These is these is my mating call right here. Wow.
Like a peacock.
All of the bitch, I'm about to be a peacock. Bust the thing right up. Okay, bye.
No, man. But all right, man. So, Stephanie,
Yes.
right? Danville, Virginia Beach, right?
Yeah.
That's where it all originated, right?
Virginia Beach for sure.
Virginia Beach.
Yes.
Virginia Beach, man. I want you to take us back, right? Because, as you know, Virginia Beach, Virginia period, is known for
Entertainment.
entertainment.
Yeah. Big celebrities. In
Very
all
big.
aspects.
Yeah, for real.
Music, sports,
Yeah.
art, all the things, fashion, everything.
Yeah, you guys are kind of like the trifecta, for real.
Absolutely.
Because, like Chris Brown, he can sing, dance, graffiti,
He can rap too.
he
Yeah.
can play
I'm
basketball.
pretty sure he can
Trey
crochet.
Hey, I love Trey Songz. Lord, don't forget my boy. Alright, Missy Elliott. Sure.
Yeah.
Nah, for real. Like, but I just want to know, like, take us back, like, where did Stephanie Denise Blanchard?
Damn, nigga, hold up. God damn. Nigga,
My
when
bad.
we talk about the military, we put that last part on there.
All right, my bad.
I took her off, nigga.
All right, my bad.
I don't got no last name.
All right, my
My
bad.
whole shit, Stephanie Denise Blanchard. All right.
But nah, I seriously though, I want to know, like, take us back, man. Where did it all start? How did Stephanie, get her start? How did she grow up? And ultimately, was you always this bubbly person? Was you always like charismatic? Was you always the center of attention? Was you always like who we see today?
Yes, I've always been this person. I'm gonna give you two examples. I went to two different middle schools, right? So the first middle school I went to was Lansdowne Middle School. Oh, shout out Lansdowne. I was the funny girl there, right? But then I left Lansdowne and I ended up going to Larkspur Middle School.
Okay.
In the 8th grade. Soon as I got to Larkspur Middle School, they do superlatives like best dress, prettiest smile, all that stuff. I got best personality, and I didn't really know a lot of the kids there.
Right.
Like, I knew some of them from elementary school, but a majority of them I had no idea who the fuck they were.
Wow. Yeah.
So I won best personality in the 8th grade, and then when I graduated high school in 2005 from Greenwood High School, we're stallions, okay? I won class clown.
Okay.
And what's crazy is on the list on the paper that they give you to vote for the people for class clown and all this stuff, it was only my name under class clown. It was no one else's name.
So they were like, she got it.
Yeah,
Ain't no need.
There was no other person that they wanted to put up there. So absolutely, I've always had this big bubbly personality. I've always been the morale builder and anything. I was on the dance team. I ran track, all the things. So I've always been the person that was like, we're gonna have a good time.
So I have a question. So how was it, growing up in the house? Like, did your parents see you as that star already? And the reason why I say that, because like when you young and stuff, your parents the first one that notice, like, yo, Steph gonna be something. You don't know what it is. And the reason why I say that is, you said you was in dancing, you was in track, and now you're doing comedy. Like, did your parents?
There's other stuff I did too. I stripped.
You know it's hard.
Cut the fans off, about to start freestyling in this bitch. Okay.
So, like, did your parents, like, actually saw your light before you did?
Let me tell you what my parents instilled in me. It wasn't stardom. It was basically show love and always have really good energy. So I get my energy from my mom. Like, everywhere, like, all this shit, I get that from my mom. But the love and my comedy, like my humor, I get that from my dad. Like, I'm the oldest and I'm the only girl, so they always instilled in us to eat, drink, and be happy. Always show love wherever you go.
Gotcha.
That's just it. That's all they instilled in me for real. So, I mean, they supported me in running track and in dancing and all the things, but more than anything, they always wanted me to show love to people and to just have a big spirit and be joyous. That's it.
Gotcha. So that was actually one of the questions I was going to ask you, because you said you get a lot of like your entertainment personality from your mom, right? So a lot of time in black households, we used to get it from like our uncles, our aunts, like somebody was like in our family that they were like, you know what, you act just like your motherfucking aunt, like, or you act just like your uncle, like who is it in your family that you act like? I know a little bit. I'm about to say,
I act like everybody because I can mimic everybody.
Gotcha.
I can do everybody in my family. I used to do my grandma, the way my grandma danced. When I was 5 years old, I didn't know that I did like my first comedy bit to my granddad.
Yeah.
And it was me mocking my dad. we had drove to Busch Gardens. It's an amusement park in Williamsburg, Virginia. And my dad was driving and he was cussing the people out on the road. And apparently I had went back and told my granddad. And I was like, Granddad, my dad was like, shut the fuck up, get the fuck up, motherfucker, away, goddamn. I said this at 5 years old, and I cussed and everything.
Right.
And my granddad thought it was the funniest shit in the world. So
come here, girl, say that. What's your daddy saying?
It was literally shit like that. So I could just do everybody. And, I don't know. I'm just the party starter, the center of attention. Like I said, I love the dance. I love the crack jokes. And I'm also like the nurturer of the family, too. So I got to make sure everybody good, everybody straight. They got their food, their drinks, everybody good with money, all that stuff. So that's
got you. So you said your mom, she was in entertainment.
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God.
So did you see it growing up, or was it like she was like at the end of it and you just saw a little bit, or you was just kind of like in it and you?
Like your role model.
Let me tell you something about Tanya Blanchard. Okay, Tanya has been like me my whole life.
Right.
Literally. So the first 5 years of my life and my brother's life, my mama didn't work. So she really instilled a lot of, basic life skills, know how to read, write, spell your name, ABCs, colors, all the things, right?
Right.
But then after that, once me and my brother got into sports, she would be the coaches of our sports. So she was she was a part of my brother's football. She was crazy. She was his football coach. And she was that nigga basketball coach.
That's crazy.
She was everywhere.
That's good though. She was heavily involved.
Very involved. When I was on track, she became a track coach. When I started dancing, she was the manager of the dance team. And then she started doing music, and she made a clothing line, and she does everything.
So your mom was a hustler.
My mama was on goddamn Good Morning America.
Wow.
Really?
Exactly. Yeah. So
that's crazy.
My mom was on. Me and my mom went to 106 in Park several times. Like,
wow.
My mom jumps on stages at concerts. Like, Tanya don't play.
If there's something
Tanya
she
does
wanted
not
to do,
play.
if there's something she wanted to do, she's gonna do it.
You think I be doing stuff? She got me beat. I'm serious.
So pretty much she was the blueprint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's not too far off. So pretty much you like a Mimi of her. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how was your relationship with your dad? 'Cause I know you said you're a daddy's girl.
Ooh, child. So Sam, he is the funniest. Old black men are some of the funniest people ever. And then he, when he speaks, you can't really understand him. He sounds like James Brown a little bit. So he be saying the wildest shit ever. So he's always, the first time I cussed in front of my daddy, I was 16 years old.
Yeah.
And I was high as shit. And I was asking him for some crackers or something, and I said some cuss word, and out of nowhere he was like, "Baby, where the fuck you get all that motherfucking cussing from?" And I said, you nigga. Like,
exactly.
So it's just like like I told you, he instilled to show love to everybody, no matter where you go. Just show love and make sure you listen to people's story. He said, because people gonna want to talk to you. You got a big ass motherfucking spirit. You always in somebody goddamn face. You always trying to make somebody goddamn laugh. You always be somebody's friend. They gonna listen to you. They gonna want to talk to you and listen to you. So that's what he instilled in me, and I didn't really take heed to it until I got older. Like he always said, I don't have friends, I have associates, and I'm gonna carry out certain friends in different phases of life. So in high school, I came out with 3 best friends. Okay, shout out to Candace, Adana, Monique. And then I went to college. My best friend from college is Aaliyah. She's from Danville. And then I went to the military. My best friend from the military is Brittany Holmes. And then I know I got other best friends. I got Melissa and some other people. You know, I've gathered them throughout life because my dad also said, you know, you got to have a good judge of character. So the people that you show love to, the genuine ones will stay around because, you know, I'm really blunt sometimes with my friends, and I can be the friend that don't give a damn. So I'll be cussing my friends out. So the ones that stay are the real ones. You know,
the one that developed the thick skin.
Yeah.
Nah, that's that Libra in there, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
You always gotta take it to court.
Hey, I don't take anyone to court.
So how was it like being from Virginia Beach? Because, you know, y'all do got a lot of stars around there. You know what I'm saying? So was that pressure with you? Because, you know, I know Chris Brown, Trey Songz, Pharrell, and Missy Elliott and all that. Like, was you involved with music that you're dancing to?
Let me tell you something.
Because I know y'all used to have a crunk dance crew, especially when Chris Brown came out, and it was
we performed with Chris Brown when he first came out at Military Circle Mall, bitch. Like Tom Joyner, I think it was Tom Joyner Morning Show that came out there, and we kind of opened up for him. This is when he first came out with
he
Running.
was real big.
So, like I told you before the interview, I never really put a lot of pressure on myself to be in entertainment or be bigger than what I am. I just am.
Right.
I just be. And to everyone else, it's bigger than what I'm even imagining. So when I ran track, when I was on the dance team, when I went to school, when I was in the military, I was just who I am. You know what I'm saying? I was just very present in any moment. So being from Virginia Beach, I used to get a lot of flack for that. People never assumed that I was from there. Like when I would tell them I'm from Virginia Beach, they'd be like, "Nah, you from New York or something. You from up north, goddamn." And I'm just like, no, I'm from Virginia Beach. So, and then Virginia Beach is the bougiest city out of the 7 cities. So, I can definitely hold that. I'm definitely bougie. But other than that, it was never really like, I've always been used to celebrities. Because I met Missy Elliott. I met Chris Brown. I opened up for Trey Songz, Slim Thug, Yin Yang Twins. Like, I've always been around celebrities, some form of fashion. So that was nothing new to me. You know what I'm saying? So it was just, they regular people just like me.
Got you. So, you know, earlier you mentioned you ran track. So, I did a little brief research. You was good at track now.
A little bit. A little
you were good.
Yeah, a little razzle. I did something.
Yeah.
A little bit.
So, what happened to, you know, between high school and college? What happened in those years was about that you didn't try to take your track career a little bit farther?
All right, there's 2 reasons. I tore my ACL when I was a junior going to be a senior. I tore my ACL in the regional track meet, jumping over like the 3rd hurdle.
That sucks. Yeah. In the regionals too.
Yeah. Because I had made it. I got pretty far. So, I tore my ACL, and so I went to college twice.
Okay.
Yeah. So right after high school, and I had surgery on my ACL and all that, I went to Hampton University I think I went for 2 years.
Okay.
But the other reason why I did not complete track and field is because I was dealing with a young man at the time.
Okay.
Yeah. He has the same name as the guy that's in there right now.
See?
I told you they've been following me throughout life.
I told you.
If your name is Tim, leave me alone.
I told you.
This is to everybody out there. If your name Timothy, you a junior, I don't care if they call you TJ. Leave me alone. I don't like you guys.
So
but no, that was it. And plus, sometimes I've also been a firm believer in whatever doesn't work for me. Big Sandal's gonna find a way for me to do something else that I'm good at. So after I tore my ACL and had the surgery, that's when I started dancing. I always knew I was good at dancing. I just didn't know I was good enough to be like a choreographer or part of a team. And we traveled up and down the East Coast. Like I said, we was on 106 and Park. We went down to Georgia and opened up for. Do y'all remember the clip of? Dang, it's gonna be too hard for me to remember. Anyway, there's a viral dude that was on Diddy's Making the Band.
Oh yeah.
So he was in a group. They're from Virginia. Dark skinned dude. I can't think of it. Eric. His name's Eric. And we were their backup dancers for a while. So yeah, we would travel up and down the East Coast, dancing and performing, all that. I didn't know I was good at that until God was like, "Come on, let's go dance now."
Right. So it was something like, was dancing you always knew you can dance a little bit, or is something that like, oh, I'm let me try it out, and then you figured out you was good?
I just did it.
Okay, so you was basically like a natural. You be like, but you did say you was good at copying people.
Yeah.
So I mean, that kind of goes in.
Yeah, maybe. Hey man, you're going on. You're saying something to me right now.
Yeah.
I can mimic people very well.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I don't know. I guess that's what it was with dancing, because at this time when I started dancing, when we started dancing, I was a part of a group called Takeover Entertainment. Mm-hmm. That's when like I said, Chris Brown was out, Sierra was out, Sierra and Chris Brown out.
Yeah, that was crazy timing right there.
Yeah, I ain't trying to show our age, but we was around that area. You know what I'm saying? I'm 33.
Okay.
So I remember that.
Do you
that
really?
dancing area was hot. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't know the new Sierra, Chris
I'm talking
Brown,
about if you ain't knew the guy.
Right.
You know what
I'm telling you.
ATL shit, like literally.
I remember when they were saying that rap had died because everything was going
dancing. Everything was
dancing
in big clothes.
Yeah, big
That's
clothes, yo.
Mm.
But it was a time to be. It was a time to be.
It was a time to be at the parties. It was a time to be at the clubs. It was time
to teenage parties.
Oh my God.
What? I'm talking about battles all the time.
And when MySpace came out too?
Yeah, all that.
What?
That was a big part of my culture of growing up. So having that as my foundation, I'm destined to be somebody good. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
All right, so you was a natural at that. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then you said you went to Hampton for 2 years.
Yeah.
Right? How was transforming from going from Virginia Beach to Hampton? You didn't have track anymore. Only thing you had was dancing, pretty much, right? How was that? What was the reason? What was the reason why you left? Because you're a bubbly person. One would think that you would, you would go there and you would.
Oh, you don't know nothing about Hampton University?
I do. I went to Elizabeth City State University.
Is that a private school? A private HBCU?
No, it's a public, but we're close.
You see what I'm doing? You see where I'm going?
We're close. We're close.
No, there's no disrespect to HU at all. I love Hampton University, but they are a bougie school.
It is.
They are very bougie.
I had an ex that went there.
Yeah, I'm talking about very bougie.
Yeah,
and I'm
that's
not
why
I'm bougie,
together.
but I ain't that kind of bougie. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like Hillary bougie. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I kind of didn't fit in because I'm the girl that's I'm the girl that's rough around the edges. I'm too loud. I cuss too much. You know what I'm saying? I wear wild shit. I don't wear makeup.
But I would figure like it's still a HBCU at the end of the day. So I would figure that they would have some people that's loud, energetic.
No,
I guess their parents live in the suburbs.
Yeah,
I guess.
When and then they had money, so they want their children to be of a certain caliber. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
I'm not saying that there aren't men or women there that carry themselves like me, but at the age of 18 going into 19, you fresh out of high school and you about to become an adult, and I'm spending $40,000
that's
a
a
year
different type
for you
of
to
bread.
go to school. You better act right. This is the HBCU.
And honestly, I didn't start going to HU until I became Mega South 5. So I was like, I hung out, but I didn't.
Let me tell you something about Mega South 5.
Here we go.
Wait, that's the cues, right?
Yeah.
Hey man, let me tell you something. When I got to HU and I seen all of them, I said, how I become one of y'all? How I become a Q dog? I want a bar.
You do fit the personality.
So listen, they was like, first of all, you can't be a Q.
Right,
and
you
I
cannot,
was like,
yeah.
Why? They was like, 'cause you're a girl. I was like, oh, okay.
I forgot about that part.
Yeah. I gotta be a girl.
Yeah,
so
I can do it better than y'all. I can throw better
you
than
hear me?
y'all.
I'm talking about I get hella bitches. If I get,
You were ready. You were ready.
I did. No girl.
So, but
this.
let me tell you something about HU. I didn't mention this last time. When I went to HU, that was the first time I got accused or someone judged me as being a lesbian.
Really?
Dead ass serious.
So talk about that. How did that make you feel at that time?
What? At that time, it was weird, right? I don't even think I understood it for real. Because I was dressed like Sierra. I used to wear baggy shorts, crop tops, boots, all the shit, the hats and everything. That's how I used to dress on campus and shit. So
And it wasn't like necessarily out the norm, because in Virginia, I'm pretty sure there's more people doing the same way.
Listen, we dress however we feel
Exactly.
comfortable. We don't dress.
Yeah,
everyone
but-
in Virginia don't dress the same. They don't dress the same. You know what I'm saying?
So
It's a
get-
melting pot of
I get
fashion.
that because at that time, that's when society started to switch. Because, you know, Aaliyah used to dress like that.
Right.
Nobody questioned that. And Left Eye used to dress like that. Nobody questioned that. So now, what I'm hearing is, guess what? The world is switching to now, hold on, wait a minute. This right here is certified in this category now.
Right, because their parents are old, and to
Exactly.
their parents, you look like I look like a lesbian. So it was more of like, okay, so I'm helping the girl, like we're moving her stuff in. It was like the first week of school or something like that. I like to help people, so you know, I help her move her stuff in. I literally hear her father walk by and say, "You better stay away from her. She one of them."
That's wild. That's
And I was
crazy
like,
work.
what the fuck? So
And you just trying to be nice.
I'm just trying to help and be
Yeah.
nice. That's it. So a few months go down the line, and I get to know the young lady. And I said, "You know, your daddy accused me of being a lesbian." She was like, "Girl, I heard him that day, and I just want to let you know I apologize because you're far from it. Like you're nowhere near that." And I'm just like, "It's cool." But then ever since then, I've gotten accused of being a lesbian. Like everybody asks me, "Man, you gay?" Like that's one of my jokes for real.
Yeah.
Like, you so you don't like girl. You so you. And I'm just like, no, I don't. There's nothing wrong with women.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with it at all. But it was just like, that's not me. And sometimes I'll be trying to get small so people so they won't say that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it'll be like,
especially, well, are you dating or single?
oh, I got some friends.
Yeah, and that's why I say I think it would probably be hard for you because it's just like, you know, hey, that's their thing, but that's not me.
No, it's not me at all. No,
You know
no,
what I'm
no.
saying? So I understand that.
I've tried it before and I did not like it. That's how I know I'm not like that because I tried it. Like,
Right.
I'm good on that. I'm good.
So you left HU.
Yeah.
You went back home, assuming,
Yes.
right? Is that when the military come in
Hey
play?
man, let me tell you something. I'm talking about I was 22 years old.
Yeah.
Sergeant Cherry called me and said, "Hey, this is Staff Sergeant Cherry, calling from the United States Army. Are you thinking about joining the military?" I
Hold
said,
on, wait a minute. Hold on, I gotta stop. She said the Army. Why would you disrespect, you know, for Jay like that? The reason why I said y'all have a big Navy.
"Okay, I'll go back." My
Why
next door
you-
neighbor when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Well, when we moved from like I said, middle school to high school, we lived in a different neighborhood. My neighbor, shout out Miss Debbie, she was in the Navy, and she
Okay.
would tell my mom and dad like, "Oh, I think what would be good for Stephanie when she get out of high school is her go to the military. Her go to the military." My mom and dad was like, "Nah, that ain't gonna be
happening.
my child. Like my baby not doing that shit. Like she's gonna go to college, she's gonna get an education, and that's gonna be that."
That's what
She's
they
not
preached
fucking
back
leaving,
then.
She's not leaving my fucking house. And I
Mhm.
was like, all right. Like I wasn't. They didn't want me to leave like across the country. Type
Okay.
shit. So,
Yeah.
yeah. They stopped that immediately. So when the lady called me, I was back at the crib, and it looked like my life was going to shambles. Like, bitch, you out here being a whore. You can get pregnant anytime soon. We need to get your life together. Like, you ain't making no money. Like, you got to do something. So she called me, and she was like, "Have you ever thought about joining the military?" And I was like, "No, but I'm thinking about it now." And that was like September of 2009. And I left January 6th on my dad's birthday of 2010.
Mm-hmm.
So
And that kind of propelled your life a little bit and
Yeah.
kind of jump started.
I guess it was just,
So what was your, like, was you active or was you in the reserve?
was I active duty or reserve?
Yeah.
Take a guess. Take a wild guess, bro.
Reserve.
What?
Now I was gonna say active.
No, the reason why I say that is, I was just thinking about, you know, she's a daddy's girl, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like this.
Let me tell you something.
All right, baby, go out there and play, but don't play for real.
You want me?
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm just saying. That's what I would think, you know, because you're the only daughter.
Let me,
your daddy
let
be
me,
like this.
girl, let me shut you down right quick. Let me shut you down. Let me tell
You're
you.
gonna jump in it, go ahead and jump in
This
it.
is what he said. First of all, I graduated high school on Father's Day.
Oh wow.
So that's catered to him.
Yeah.
I told you I left for the military on my father's birthday, right? I left January 6, 2010. I said, "Oh my God, Dad, are you gonna miss me?" What you think this nigga said? "Baby, hell no, I ain't gonna miss you. This is the best gift you can fucking give me for my birthday."
What?
That nigga wanted me out, and I was like,
that?
Whole time he missed you. Whole time.
whole time.
That's
this
how
nigga
they
didn't
do.
know what to do without me. He didn't know what to do.
Yup.
So,
Cause you was the energy. You was the
Yeah.
life.
He
So
ain't
how
know.
was it like growing up with your two brothers and stuff? Was you like mom, like, you know, little mama?
You the baby or?
I'm the oldest.
Okay.
I'm the oldest. So, my other brother's my daddy child.
Mhm.
So he would just come by like summertime. That's still my brother, but he would just come by for a few summers. But me and Steven, that's my dog. That's my road dog. So it's only me and him. in life, I would only compete with him, but it was only for like grades. It was never for attention. It was never for who's the better child or anything. Because that's my dog. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's it. I don't know what else to say about that. My brother's like my favorite person in the whole wide world. Shout out Steve! That's my favorite person.
What was his opinion, you know, while you was going through your journey and all that, trying to find SteFunny, you know, up to, like, what did he say to you before you departed?
Before I left for the military?
Yeah.
What did Steven... he didn't say anything. For real, he was just proud of me. He was ready for me to leave. At that time, he was married with kids. So, yeah, he had a whole different, you know, mind frame and shit. So, for him to not worry about me, it was like, all right, big sis going to the military. She's doing something with her life to set up a foundation. So, you know what I'm saying? So, that was dope.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what's up. So,
Steven has always supported me in everything I've done, no matter what it is. Like,
Right.
literally. So, that's my dog.
Yeah, I have a sister too. Me and my sister, we
Yeah.
like that.
That's my dog.
So I definitely get it.
He's very annoying, but that's my dog.
I think I'm annoying to my sister too.
I'm
so
pretty sure you are. That's
she's
how
older
God-
than me too, so yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of in our job description.
That's fucking stupid. But yeah.
So, all right, you go into the military. I know.
So I'm just saying, you go to the military. How was that experience? Because you're so bubbly, right? And the military is so serious.
That's exactly what I was gonna.
How did you survive in that? You know, yelling and taking orders and.
They
all
had
that?
to be on your ass. Like, why the hell?
You
What's
know what I'm saying?
what's
Put it
so
up?
what's
Okay,
so
let me
funny?
Do it like this.
All right, so listen.
Who put her application in?
Let me tell y'all, it was very funny. So when I joined the military, they couldn't yell and scream and holler at you anymore.
Oh, okay.
They couldn't do that shit. Like, they couldn't hit you. They couldn't do none of that.
Right.
My silly ass was ready because I had watched Full Metal Jacket and they was out there
shit.
just doing the
In
damn
your
thing.
shit.
I was like, hey, I'm ready for this. So they couldn't do that. But this is what I know as far as me being small in stature, but I have a big spirit. What they did was in basic training, they picked the biggest girl, the biggest, tallest, scariest looking girl to be like the lead
Right.
of the barracks and shit. And I'm just like, I don't know why y'all picked her. Like,
She's soft as hell.
soft as fuck. I'm talking about soft as motherfucking fuck, right?
Soft as
so I
hell.
said, okay,
It's
y'all
a big
got
white
it.
girl too.
Big white. Listen, I
I'm
don't
saying-
want to talk about this young lady. However, comma, you know what people look like when they are like incest bred.
Yeah.
Like she kind of like the hills have eyes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I understand why they chose her.
Yeah.
But she was scary as fuck. So it was showing that she ain't have it all. Cause I'm running around making sure everybody do what the fuck they supposed to do. So then they never called me by my name because I didn't get the regular BCG glasses like all the other girls and people. I had my regular Gucci frames in that bitch. And
Oh, you was.
they was purple and pink.
Oh, you was out there.
Stunting,
Yes,
huh?
yes.
Type shit.
Represent VA.
Call me Big Meech, man.
They was calling me Gucci for like the first 4 weeks. Gucci, right? So then I got the ugly glasses, and then they switched me over. They was like, all right, goddamn, you out here making sure
Playtime's
everybody's
over.
straight. No, I was doing really well. So
Okay.
They was like, you out here making sure everybody's straight. You motivating everybody. You're sitting there listening to people and their problems, and you aren't getting any letters. You're not getting any phone calls from your family. So it's crazy that you're able to do that for all these other people, and you know you still maintaining your own composure after the stuff that you're going through. So I was
Right.
like, yeah. So they ended up making me the lead, and they would let me like sing the cadences and shit. And then like if we go to the gun range, I told you I'm good at mocking people.
Yeah.
They used to have me get up there and mock all the drill sergeants and shit. Like, yeah, it
That's
was
funny.
wild. So when we ended basic training, you're able to get promoted, right? So you get promoted to the next level if you get 300s on your PT test. Like if you do well, right?
Right.
So I never scored a 300 on my PT test because the bitch can't run long distance. I can't, but I passed it. I would always pass.
Yeah.
But I ended up getting promoted because I was the morale builder.
Okay.
Like the white boys was mad. Y'all white boys was mad as fuck. So they was like, Blanchard never. She could never pass her PT test, or she ran an 18-minute 2-mile. Bitch, I passed it though.
Right.
But my drill sergeant had got up and was like, none of you guys would have made it if it wasn't for Blanchard. She's
Right.
motivated you assholes to get through this whole thing. She's fucking listening to your fucking problems. Da 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 da. And I'm just sitting behind him like, yeah, tell him goddamn.
Get in there. Yeah.
So leadership always been in you.
Oh yeah. I was a leader in track. I was a leader in the dance team. I was a leader even in high school. Like work. I've always been like, yeah.
So I got a question. So you always been a leader, right? the Greensboro comedy scene is starting to grow a lot, right? It's starting to get a lot of more buzz too. How are you taking that leadership and helping other local comedians? Just, you've done a lot in a short amount of time, right?
Thank you.
How and for real, like that's very impressive.
Oh yeah.
Thank you so much. Yes,
It's very impressive for real. And because time don't necessarily mean experience. Right? And so how are you taking the things that you learned and bringing them back to your community? Because like you said, you guys do have a little group, network that you guys talk to and you guys text each other. So how are you taking like the lessons that you've been learning and kind of giving the other local comedians some little nuggets about, hey, you might want to expect this. I can tell you on the cusp, like, might want to expect this whenever the time comes. How are you going about doing leadership and helping those guys out?
That's a great question. Thank you so much for asking. So anything I do, if I see somebody kind of going on the same path, or if they look like they're veering off, I'll say, this is what I did. So I've been offering like comedy festivals to my peers. We'll have writing classes. We'll help punch up jokes. We'll travel to other open mics together to make sure everybody's funny everywhere. I'll let them host. I'll sit and talk to them about their life or whatever, offer whatever guidance I can. And not just show love. That's just what my daddy told me. I told you, my dad just said to show love, and whatever I learn, I like to give it to other people, because it's very selfish of me to hold on to all the jewels that I have, especially if I'm so, successful in it. Like, here you go, nigga, you can do the same thing.
Right.
That's
So
it.
I want to get in, go back, but how did you get into comedy?
All right, I fell out of plane.
Okay,
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
You know
Let's
what I'm
talk about
saying?
it.
Black people, we don't do stuff like that.
We don't, and I like to call myself an adventurous black girl. So, I did not go skydiving in the military. I had the opportunity to, but I did not do it, and I should have, because I would have been skydiving in Hawaii instead of Hawaii. My scary ass skadove out of Suffolk, Virginia. Okay.
About to say you was in Curry Tuck
somewhere, Eden, goddamn, somewhere. So, me, my best friend, and my homeboy went skydiving July. I don't know the date. I know the anniversary just passed, July 2021, right? And this is a set that I have, actually. I won, like I told this story at the Comedy Zone when B-Dot and 50 was throwing the cash out contest.
Yeah.
I told my skydiving story and I won the competition.
Okay.
So I literally went skydiving, came out that plane, and I'm talking about coming out the plane like busting nuts, right? I'm dead ass.
Like this, the white people was sick.
Yeah, it was great.
You like this? What the fuck I was doing?
Yeah, there's a video of me, and you can see it. I'm just like, all right. So landed, and I was alive, right? So maybe a couple days later, my best friend hit me up and was like, well, bitch, you about to be 35. What are you going to do for your 35th birthday? Out of nowhere, I was just like, I'm gonna try stand-up comedy. I don't know where it came from. I don't know why, but that's what I said. Around that same time, I was hosting weddings with Tito Barnett. Shout out Tito, hey!
So wait,
how did you get into hosting
weddings?
I have been this type of personality my whole life, so I was not shy to hosting. When did hosting weddings start? That same year. Within that, matter of fact, probably June or July of that year.
Okay, then.
Tito's a family friend, and he's watched me and all my best friends grow up. His son, it's just like a big family, and he DJs, and he had been looking for a host for a long time. He didn't know I wanted to start comedy, but I think he was already putting the seed in me to do it, just to see, you know what I'm saying? So I was hosting weddings with him. I mean, wedding receptions, and we had a good time. We did, I don't even know how many we did, maybe like four or five, and we would get good reviews back. So then, and then before that, I was hosting baby showers, nigga. I was hosting birthday parties and
that's crazy.
All kind of shit.
That hustler spirit that your mama had.
Yeah, but I wasn't. At that time, I wasn't getting paid for them though.
But I'm saying just like the hustle mentality of finding a mic, finding something.
If this is anywhere around me, I'm getting on that bitch. I'm talking about karaoke. Yeah. I don't give a damn what it is.
Yeah.
I will get up and sing, dance, talk, all the things.
Yeah.
I got a microphone tattooed on me. I have tattooed on me.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's dope.
With some butterflies and some sunflowers. You know what I'm saying? So
that's definitely
I'm sorry.
dope.
Go ahead.
So you talk about how you skydive and that gave you the reason to do comedy, though, right? So how was it being a host for weddings and stuff like that? Like, did you Do you see that she was a natural at it? Like, who was you watching to be like, you know what, as your comedy style is, like, who do you think you, like, categorize yourself in?
Categorize myself in comedy or hosting?
Like, hosting. Because hosting and comedy is two different things. And
Yeah. Hosting and stand-up is two different things.
Yeah, you have to
Who am I, like, hosting?
Yeah, because a lot of comedians, you know what I'm saying, don't really get the opportunity to host, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And for me, I see your crowd work, so I'm saying, like, how did you get that? Or was that just natural?
I want to give somebody a shout out, but I can't. Because I don't want to say I've watched and mimicked or, you know, studied people until now. Mm-hmm. I didn't start studying comedians until now. So before I got into stand-up comedy, I would watch comedy, but I'd never even said, like, ooh, that's what I want to do. Right. Everybody else told me, bitch, you should be a comedian. Oh my God, bitch, you are so funny. I'm talking about strangers, everybody. Oh my God, you're not a comedian? I'm just like, nah. I fought it for a long time. I fought doing stand-up comedy for a long time. Because I had never been introduced to the community of stand-up comedy. So I didn't even know where to go to start. And then after that, I'm just like, just like when people was calling me a lesbian, I'm like, I'm not that, bro. Like, that's not what I am. So when it was like, oh, you're funny, you need to be a stand-up comedian, I'm just like, no, I'm not. I'm not a comedian. I mean, I'm just funny. Like, I'm just me. I don't want to be, you know, put in a box, blah, blah, blah. Talking myself out of a good-ass blessing. You hear me?
What's crazy is you talking about blessings, right? The same way God teaches us lessons, right? Because you ain't learned the lesson the first time, right? And so the same way God shows you what your purpose should be. You've been hearing that you should have been a comedian since you was small.
Yeah.
And it just...
Oh, sorry.
You're fine.
I'm going to call you back. I wonder if he's here. That's a comedian.
Oh, but, you know, the same thing with callings, right? You don't necessarily hear it the first time. You're like, all right, I'm going to show it to you the first time. All right, you didn't hear it.
Right.
I'm going to come back when you're ready. All right, you still... All right.
You don't even understand what you're saying to me right now.
All right, I'm going to come back in. All right. Come back in. You ready now? You know, so that's kind of what I see since we've been talking. Like, somebody always telling you should be in entertainment, but especially a comedian.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm glad and I'm happy that you're getting all the exposure now because nobody wants to see, you know, people go their whole lives without knowing their purpose.
Come on now, talk about it.
People go their whole lives without knowing their purpose, especially like you saying, your mama said, you know, go to college. My daughter gonna go to college and stuff, right? Same thing with me. Most people in America and our parents, they were like, oh, you gotta go to school. You know what I'm saying? Work a 9 to 5, get that good pension, that good retirement, and you good. You said, you know. But then if you ask them, they have still dreams and aspirations that they still haven't even touched or even dreamed about anymore since they were kids.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's what I got from my mom too. Like I told you, my mom has been tapped into so much because she didn't let raising 2 children, being married for 30 plus years, stop her from trying anything. So like I told you, she's into music, she's into fashion, she runs her own business. Like, my mom does a lot, and she's not even to say she's old, but you know, she's almost 60 years old. Like, and she still does a lot of stuff. She has a lot of energy. But as far as God telling me, he's just been planting seeds every time. Every new venture I get into, whether it was running track or dancing or military or anything like that, it was all just plants for me to be a comedian. That's all it was. To be a morale builder, to show love, to be a team player. You know what I'm saying? To learn how to take lessons, to learn how to read a crowd, to learn how to speak to people very well in a way of, you know, you're not knocking them down, you're actually lifting them up. So he's always taught me how to, and then he just taught me how to be myself.
Right.
That's all the lessons.
So would you say, right, because you said you did go to HU. I want to go back just a little bit, right? You said you did went to HU, but you also went to...
ODU. I graduated from Old Dominion University.
Right. So would you say, right, your experience going to college your first time, leaving, going to the military, and then going back to college, right? Would you say that second time kind of helped you, in a sense, you was introduced to the world twice because you went to college, you knew about the real world then, and then you went to the military. You're not a civilian no more, right? And then you got reintroduced to civilian life, and then you was thrown in with a bunch of
little young ass kids.
Yeah. Youngins.
So the transformation wasn't hard at all because when I went to the military, I was considered old,
right?
And I was 23.
That's crazy.
You know, because think about it. Most people go to the military when they're 17, 18 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm considered old. I'm 23. I know how to wash my clothes, fold them, make my bed, all the shit. A lot of them kids, they know how to do that. So that was a part of me helping them, being a morale builder and the lead in the military. So when I got out and then I went to live with these 18 to 19-year-olds, and I'm 28 years old, 27, 28, I'm just like, all right, now I got to tap into my auntie bag. I got to tap into the
Was it like a different world type of feel?
Like the show?
Yeah.
Fuck no. Hell no. Hell no. Nigga, I was the old bitch on campus. I was the old mean roommate. But she still
Y'all young bitches need to wash your ass.
You don't
This
is how you flush the toilet.
You have no idea the shit that I instilled into them young ladies. I'm talking about, god damn it. I was cussing out every nigga they brought over there. Who the fuck is this nigga over here tonight? Oh, y'all got all these niggas, I ain't got none.
I can tell he ain't worth shit.
He ain't worth shit. Huh?
Yeah,
So I'm like, so
you just fucking up their nuts. You like, this is, I ain't nothing, ain't nobody nothing.
But then at the same time, I would be hella cool because
Right.
I would let them drink and they can smoke, they can do all the things.
But
at first I gotta cuss them out.
And they knew they were gonna be safe because they were like, Auntie got us.
Exactly.
Stephanie got us covered, bitch. If we get drunk and go somewhere and gotta come back, she gonna come back and pick us up. She gonna make sure we safe. She gonna make sure we eat. She gonna do all the things. Yeah. That's all it is. It just taught me to be an auntie early as fuck.
That's funny.
But y'all couldn't bring me no meat back.
See, but I didn't need them for that. I was already out doing my own little shenanigans. You know what I'm saying?
It's like using your auntie bag.
I was in my auntie bag heavy when I was in college, bro. Heavy.
So, let's talk about it because, you say you're 28, right? And do you have kids?
No, I don't have any children.
So talk about that. Like, how are you going through with that? Because, now, with society, people are having kids and babies. Like, was that your choice to not have kids? Or you just say, you know what? I'm going to get my bag first and then worry about the relationship.
I don't think it was ever a choice or anything. My family they didn't instill that get married and have kids. Mm-hmm. They never instilled that. Then it was like, this is what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? They just basically was like, you gonna do this, you gonna go to college, and then after that, you do whatever the fuck you want.
They just want you to be successful.
As long as you get a degree in something that gets you some type of money or makes you a better person, you good after that. Now, as far as children, I got a mean pull-out game, so I just never got down.
Thought you almost had a nigga.
My dismount is crazy. Y'all seen these legs? Y'all know my legs big as hell. I come up off that dick quick. Right about there.
Have you ever tried to... So I want to talk about that too. You also is deeply into fitness.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Talk about that. Like, was fitness always important to you as growing up?
Yeah, nigga, I ran track for 10 years.
Yeah, that track.
Well, I was just saying, some people, like, I was a basketball star, right? But once I got to high school, no, I'm not doing that.
Absolutely not. Let me tell you why. So I ran track for 10 years. I started running track when I was 18, stopped at 8. I started running track at 8, and I stopped at 18. And then I was on a dance team. So we got to do some type of fitness. You know what I'm saying? So I'm dancing. And then after that, maybe I didn't work out for like a couple years. But then I went to the military right after that. So you got to do PT. Like, I've always been very active. So when I moved to Danville, that was one of my things. I was like, I got to get in somebody's gym, bitch. Because I know I'm diesel. I'm strong. You know what I'm saying? I got a nice little shape on me. But, bitch, I'm getting big. I'm getting too brolic out here. I don't need these niggas to really think I'm, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I've been going to the gym faithfully since 2020, actually.
Okay.
So how you but how does that schedule work with you being a comedian always on tour?
Hey man, I don't know. I just do it. I go to the gym Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. At first I was going in the mornings, then I was going in the afternoons, then I was going in the evenings. So whatever's good for me at the time, I go. So right now I'm working.
So was you also a trainer? I think I saw you.
No, I'm not. I've never been a trainer. Stop.
Okay,
please stop.
I've
never been a trainer.
I saw a group picture. You know what I'm saying? You was representing the brand.
I wasn't the trainer. My trainer is shout out DJ Tarpley. That's my trainer. Wait, push a fit. So, and shout out to YMCA. I gotta go pay my bill, but I'm coming back. But that's my trainer, and that's my dog. And I work out because I like the people I work out with. I get to laugh and joke with them all day and happen to work out and get lose weight or learn how to eat better. But we have very good conversation. Mm-hmm. We talk about business. We talk about self-awareness. We talk about family. We talk about everything, bro. Like literally everything. So that's what keeps me working out because I enjoy the community that I'm in.
Mm-hmm. So, and the conversations helps too, right?
Yeah.
Because I was reading a book, and it said, most of the times, 90% of the people in the world, after they graduate like high school or they graduate college, they stop investing in themselves and they stop learning.
Absolutely.
Right? And so hang around people that's like-minded like you or better than you in some way or fashion, that you're still gaining knowledge.
Absolutely.
So that's definitely, a benefit to that lifestyle and benefit to your lifestyle of, staying heavily in the gym and being around people.
Thank you so much for that. I like to keep myself in the top 10% of people. This may sound crazy, but I work out. Yep. I do work on my mental health because I do work in mental health, and I like to read. I try to get really good sleep. I try to get out in the sun, and I also it's 5 disciplines: eat, sleep, read, pray.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pray.
Those are the Those are the 5 things to keep you disciplined and kind of not even more better than other people, but you're gonna live a lot longer,
right?
Because you're feeding every part of your body, your mind, body, and soul. So
a lot stress-free too.
So, I know you said you're a big reader, right?
Yeah,
so reading always what book really changed your mindset?
Oh man, one of my favorite authors is Don Miguel Ruiz.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote The 4 Agreements.
I absolutely adore The 4 Agreements.
So let's see if I can remember them. I was thinking about that before you got them asked me. So be impeccable with your word. Always do your best.
But you love the book.
I do. I really do.
Out of the book.
Because first of all, I'm gonna call you out. The questions they had for me before this, as far
No.
was the new Jim Crow.
What? You posted it?
Chill. The new Jim Crow and what was the other one? The Art of War. Now I can understand the Art of War, but the new Jim Crow, bitch, that's about mass incarceration. Don't have nothing to do with comedy.
No, but what I was saying is, the question really is about, right? But you reading Jim Crow, right? How do you put that in your comedy? Because you also is coming off as conscious too.
Yeah, I do come off as conscious, right?
And the reason why I say that for
not in a bad way.
Yeah, not in a bad way, but for anybody I see that's reading that, and you at this age, I know you are a conscious person. Something's conscious about you.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing all the books that you're reading. I'm seeing it as a melting pot and seeing that, hey, how does she put this into her comedy style? Because I'm woke enough to say, hey, let me have baby dolls, babies. But hey, I'm real enough to say, hey.
That was so funny.
But I'm real enough to say, I fuck with y'all though.
Right.
Yeah.
But I ain't with the delusion too much now, right?
Right.
So I was just saying, from your profile that you do post all the different self-help books that you do read. When I saw Jim Crow, I'm like, okay, she know, where she came from too, and know how our ancestors were treated.
Absolutely. So I don't really put that in comedy because that's Stephanie. That's not SteFunny. You know what I'm saying? I haven't learned how to incorporate my conscience side into comedy just yet.
Okay then.
A little bit, right? I'll say little small stuff like stop wearing deodorant with aluminum in it. Some of y'all be musty, or you know what I'm saying. I'm working on a new bit where I talk about certain types of breakups after the woman get her heart broke. She turned into Erykah Badu and shit like that. So I'm working on shit like that, but there's a side of Stephanie that's not on stage at all yet, and I don't know when I'm going to bring her out.
So that's.
Let me name the other agreements. I'm sorry. Let me tell you people. So be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally.
Okay.
Don't make assumptions, and always do your best.
I like that.
Those are the 4 agreements.
I like that.
Y'all should read it. He got some dope books.
I definitely, because I like the 4. What is it called?
The 4 agreements.
4 agreements. Yeah, for sure. So you saying there's a side that we haven't seen yet on stage, right? So for me, I get a lot of my material from my family. I love my family, right? And recently I had my uncle, he passed away.
Sorry to hear that.
And thank you. And he was like, at the time, I didn't realize how much I loved him, right? Because him and my dad, they was like oil and water, but they loved each other too.
Absolutely.
But they was next door neighbors, stayed in a small little country town.
Oh wow.
Both of them drinkers, right?
Oh wow.
And so whenever they start drinking, they talk shit. And so whenever he passed, right, I have a joke because he's an amputee, and I have a joke about him not having legs and stuff like that. And how do you? So whenever I tell that joke, that's not a dig at him. He's seen the joke before he passed away.
Right.
But for me, I tell that joke every now and then because it's a way of me keeping him alive.
Absolutely.
Right. Do you do that with as we get older? People pass away. you know, life happens, right? Do you do that with your comedy? Is there like do you tell jokes to, you know, keep family members alive in a sense? Because we are storytellers at the end of the day, right? So do you do that?
I haven't talked about my family yet on stage.
Got you.
I haven't tapped into them yet. The only person I may have tapped into is my grandma and my dad. Okay. But I haven't got all the way into them yet.
Got you. Got you. Okay.
So how do you deal with comedy, right, from when you first started, and how do you see comedy now?
I feel like comedy is shifting regarding like crowd work specifically. I think comedy is shifting when it comes to what we can and cannot say. I think it's shifting regarding like we the last real people on the planet that can speak, you know, freedom of speech, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And the audience is too fucking sensitive. Like they're very sensitive.
So how do you work through that?
Man, I have to. I can't be afraid to say shit. I told the joke a couple weeks ago at a function, an establishment. I told a white people joke. And I basically was like, you know, this is white people and this is black people. Yeah. And I said, you'll normally see black people point to this when you're at a potluck. And I was like, you know, if we walk past a potato salad, we'd be like this. So that was a complaint. What? I got a complaint about that joke. I also tell a joke about wearing a CPAP machine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if you're in the military, if you have sleep apnea, nigga, that's damn near 50%. So it's a disability that you get money for. That was a complaint. It was like, oh, you're calling out the people that are disabled and you're calling out the whites. And I'm just like, but these are true though.
Yeah, these are true. These are factual.
I'm not punching down on them. I'm just I'm making it more aware. You know what I'm saying? So I just go through it. We can't be afraid to say what the fuck it is we want to say. Bro.
Right.
So have you ever took like a comedian class? I know you said you jumped out there and you did 20 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So did you, like, after you got on stage, did you go back and do research and all that?
Absolutely. So one of the questions you asked was, how do I give back to my peers, right? So I provide books. Like, I'll let them know what type of books to read that are really catered to comedy, that work with crowd, that help with crowd work, how you're supposed to stand on stage, how you move the microphone, all these things, right? So I took a comedy class, and I didn't really learn anything from that specific comedy class. It was online. Some comedy classes are very expensive. They're about $200-$300. They're very expensive. So I took this comedy class online, and from this specific person, he just talked about himself the whole time. So I didn't really stay in it the whole time. So then after that, I would just find videos or podcast channels on YouTube that was catered to comedy, and they would interview, you know, famous comedians or underground comedians that have really, really, really good gems about comedy. So that's what I did. Gotcha. That's how I did it.
So that would that be your advice to up and coming comics? Just
either so it's also cookie cut, right? So you can tell the comedians that went to a comedy class versus the people that are naturally funny. And there's no beef between the two. There's no, you know what I'm saying? There's no ill will, but it's just like, you know, some people that do a comedy class, they're able to tell jokes in a funny way. Some people that are naturally funny, just funny. Yeah. And they don't, some of us don't have a lot of structure in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a whole bunch of structure, so I had to learn my structure. But some people that can tell a joke, premise, setup, punchline, they ain't funny. Right. Just because you know the structure of the shit's not funny. Right. You got to put personality behind it. You got to put you can't teach it, nigga. That shit got to be on.
Got to be.
So let's talk about your hustle though, because you know you came out. You know,
guns are blazing.
Yeah, you came out, and you work with a lot of heavy hitters too. You know what I'm saying? You work with one of the Def Jams, not even Def Jam. What's his name? From Living Single. How was
John
that?
Singleton.
Yeah, John Singleton. How was that?
So, I'm gonna tell you the truth about that show, right? That show was in Hampton, Virginia. Shout out, Skeeter G. Skeeter put me on that show, and I was so nervous. I took a notepad on stage, and I kind of like read my jokes off stage. However, for me to like take away my nervousness, I snatched my wig off. Wow. Yeah, I got laughs, but it wasn't like I was still fresh in the game.
So do you have stage fright sometimes?
Even for open mic, every time before I get on stage, I get nervous. I get anxious. I got a boo-boo, all the things.
I think it's a part of it, though.
Yeah. Some people be like, oh, you don't got to be nervous. You don't got to be anxious. You're going to do well. Nigga, I know I'm going to do well, but I like to have this feeling of preparedness. Yeah. It's a natural feeling to let myself know, like, bitch, you want to do good, and we're going to do good. So long as that feeling is in me, I'm good. Because I went on stage without having it, and I fucking bombed. Oh, yeah. And I tell that story to this day. I took that bomb to the chest like a true terrorist. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But some heavy hitters I've worked with, sorry, because you was going down the line, right?
Yeah.
So this is how mine works, and this is what I've noticed that God has done for me. I will go to support comedians, and then later on down the line, I'll end up on the show with them.
Mm-hmm.
It's happened with Moneybag Mafia.
Yeah.
It's happened with Mr. Bankshot.
Mm-hmm.
It's happened with Tyler Chronicles,
Mm-hmm.
Burpee. It's happened with a lot of like the Wild 'N Out comedians.
Yeah.
I'll go to Greensboro Comedy Zone, or I'll go to Charlotte Comedy Zone, or Raleigh Improv, or Good Nights, and go and support them. And then later on down the line, some way, somehow, I'm on a fucking show with them.
Wow. So, what advice have you got from the OGs? What's the best advice you ever got?
Keep being funny.
Mm-hmm. Keep being you, huh?
Keep being myself.
Yeah.
That's it. They don't tell me shit. They be like, man, you funny. Just stay funny. See what I did there? My name? People call me Stay Funny because they don't know how to say it. But, you know, my name is a play on words. But they'll just say, Stay Funny. Especially Jenny. Shout out Jenny from Idiot Box. She's always one that will tell me, just be funny. Everywhere you go, just be funny. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the best advice because everything else going to follow suit. If I fuck up, I fuck up. But as long as I was funny, bitch.
Right.
That's it. That's it for me.
So, who did you look up to? Well, not since you said you wasn't really thinking about comedy, but who's your top 5?
This answer changes all the time.
Well, right now, who's your top 5?
My top 5 right now are gonna be like Tony Baker, Zaynab Jones, Rhea Fool out of Charlotte, goddamn. I like people where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I know the first 2 I named are not where I'm at, but I like, if we're gonna shout out comedians where I'm at, I like Rhea Fool, Sauce Got Jokes. I like my comedians in here. Yetta D. I like the comedians I do military with. Slim the comedian, Gerard, Dennis V. Wafi. I like a lot of people. Huh?
How you get into the military comedy? Talk about that. How did you do that?
Well, I was prior military, so I got that was kind of accident. Like,
yeah, so I know. So I'm thinking, like, you know, afterwards, like, you can just go back to like the military, like, hey, I want to put on a show. Like,
no, absolutely not. So what happened was, me and Dennis V did a show together. Shout out Dennis V. Me and Dennis V did a show together like 2 or 3 years ago, maybe 2 years ago. Shout out Super Dad Jones, because Super Dad put the show on that we was on, right? Or he was on the show. My fault. He was on the show. So Dennis was already doing the VFW shows. He was already throwing these military shows. And on one specific show, shout out Hewlin Sanders, Hewlin could not be there.
Oh, wow. So
Dennis didn't know who to pick until he thought about a woman. And he was like, shit, I can call SteFunny. She was in the military. So he called me, and I got on the show last year. I think it was in September. Last September, I did the show. And I've been on the comedy, the military tour with him ever since.
Oh, wow. That's dope.
Shout out, no disrespect to you, Hewlin. Because you came to Georgia with us. Goddamn.
So wait. How do you feel about the wave of women comedy coming up? Like, I feel like women are really making a stand in comedy more than ever now.
Hey, man, let me tell you something about the women in comedy. Long as you are true to yourself, whoever yourself is, you better be that. Mm-hmm. You heard what I said, right? As long as you are true to yourself, whoever yourself is, be that as a woman. If you are... listen, because you're trying to be funny, bro. Because some women be out here doing the most for stage time. These women, I'm not going to call them hoes. I'm just call them on stage.
And don't even be like that for real.
Huh?
And don't even be how they...
Yeah, no, they're not really... Some of them are not that funny.
Right.
So do you... Well, in the community...
But the women I know are very funny.
Yeah, for sure.
The women I work with are very funny.
Yeah, so how do you feel about the wave of women coming in? You just want them to be respected?
I want them to respect themselves. We have to respect ourselves before anybody else can, give respect. If you don't respect yourself, and it's easy to tell when a woman does not respect herself. You know what I'm saying? It'll be passive aggressiveness. It'll be anger. It'll show up in begging, wearing certain shit that, come on, bro. Come on. And then
That's
get upset when you
real.
get a certain... No. I don't dress like that at all.
Right.
The very first
but
time
I'm saying, like, the woman's... and she's projecting that, but she's not really trying to be like that.
No, she just wants to be accepted.
Yeah.
Instead of just being yourself. So whoever you are, stay true to yourself.
Yeah.
That's it. Your tribe is going to find you. Your people are going to find you.
For sure.
So you like to travel, right? To open mic, you say you want to see you funny everywhere. Mm-hmm. So talk about when you went to New York. How was that?
Oh my God, New York was amazing. New York was amazing. I was very nervous. Every single mic I did, every single show I did. Me and my homegirl. Shout out to Big Mickey. me and Big Mickey. She's from Memphis, Tennessee.
Okay.
She has a stand-up special on YouTube right now. I cannot think of the name, but bitch, look up The Real Big Mickey. I'm trying to shout out as many people.
Nah, I got you for sure.
So we went to New York in June, and we did at least 2 to 3 mics a day, and that's a lot compared to here. You know that. So I had to make sure I was funny everywhere. So we were in Manhattan, we was in Harlem, and we was in Brooklyn, and I was funny everywhere.
So
they're not as funny as you may think in New York. They're not as funny as you may think or assume. They just have a lot more access to comedy. So that that means if you have more access to comedy, that means everybody gonna have a room. Everybody gonna try to do comedy. It could be you and your homeboys doing comedy. Y'all don't necessarily want to go anywhere or get big, but you got a room. Doing it. You and your homeboys can come and just tell jokes to each other. So that's what you got to weed out because they're not as
right.
Yeah.
So how was the hustle up there though?
I got you.
So what we got was a list, like an Excel spreadsheet of each borough and all the open mics that they had starting at 12 o'clock in the evening all the way to damn near 2 o'clock in the morning.
Damn.
Monday to Monday.
See, that's what North Carolina missing.
That's what we don't have.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Don't
but
have
I also think that kind of saturates the game up there because you know everyone and their mama go to New York to be big. Everybody and their mama go to LA to be big. Everybody and their mama going to Austin to be big. So it's just like we can start our own shit here.
Yeah. How do you feel like? Because I feel like you're one of the pioneers in Greensboro that's trying to build up the scene and make the scene in comedy like to be big, to do comedy. How do you feel on? I ain't gonna necessarily say taking on that role, but kind of taking on that role.
I didn't ask for this.
I know.
This is something I've done. I told you I've been in a leadership position my whole life, so this ain't nothing new. It's this is just some other shit that, when you are getting bigger in a space that's bigger than what you are already, you're coming big from a space that you were too big for. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So
big fish in a small pond.
Exactly. Right. So now I'm about to be the little fish in the big pond, and I know a lot of other little fish, so we just got to come together.
Yeah.
And be big. You know what I'm saying? So that's all it is. I'm the Finding Nemo in this bitch. Bitch, come on, let's go do some shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So
I don't know if that was a good analogy.
No, it is. Because before we get into the end of the podcast, and before we get into like this last part, right? I do want to say, like, we talking about the big fish in the small pond. Everybody sees your light, right? You for real. Everybody sees your light. First time I met you. But she's very humble though. She's very humble. She's very humble, right? First time I seen her was at Starlight. And you said, "Hey, come on down." We came down. Still the same still showing love. I just want to say, keep being yourself. Definitely, everybody definitely see your light, and we definitely appreciate you for not only doing it the right way, because everybody see your work ethic, right? So definitely want to say we appreciate you for doing that, for sure.
Technically, you from Virginia Beach. You're not from here.
No.
Yeah.
I'm from Virginia Beach.
Yeah. North Carolina. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you putting fire underneath, North Carolina ass too, especially in Greensboro.
Yeah.
And that's what we also do need down here.
Yeah.
We know we neighbors, but we know we're a little slower than y'all.
Yeah. But, first of all, thank you so much. I truly appreciate that. I don't know. I'm just doing what God told me to do.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
So
but I know it's...
in 5 years? What is comedy for you?
5 years will be...
9.
5 years will be 9 years for me. Shit. I'll have some great merch. I'll be on tour with somebody, if not my own tour. I'll have my own club. I'll have my own room, if not, you know what I'm saying, like some dope shit like Fat Tuesdays, running that Greensboro Comedy Zone, trying to put some shit in the atmosphere. Paul. I don't know, maybe even like providing like an Excel sheet or a booklet or something on resources in comedy everywhere, because I don't know, man. I don't know. I just whatever Big Sandals tells me, I got a big vision.
Yeah.
It ain't no small or whatever. It's just
whenever you ask them, you got to ask them for a big dream.
Yeah.
So,
and I'd be scared as hell asking for them, but I'd be like, hell yeah, let's do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So, but God wouldn't put it in your head if He didn't want you to ask for it.
Right.
So the question, at the end of every podcast, we ask the guest a question, and the question that was left for you, right? And they asked this question not knowing who was going to put them. Like the person who went before you.
Oh, okay.
The person.
I gotta leave a question for somebody else.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So, and you don't know who it's going to be.
All right,
so
let's do it.
All right. So the question is, what lesson have you learned so far? What chapter are you closing? And what chapter are you interested to open?
Who the fuck asked this big ass question? God
Shout
damn.
out to Kaylin.
God damn. Big ass question. All right, what's the first part again?
What lessons have you learned?
How
so
many
far?
lessons I gotta give?
Just,
That's what I'm saying. You gotta be technical. Right. I'm a woman, bro. Like,
that is true. This is the guy that asked the question. So.
And he want one answer for each.
All right. What's the most valuable lesson that you've learned so far?
In comedy or in life?
In life in general, right?
Show love, man. You gotta lead with love.
Mm-hmm.
You have to lead with love. That's it. Love conquers all. Love takes away fear. Love takes away all the emotions under fear. Love gonna take it away. That's it.
Facts.
You gotta show love. You have
Facts.
to.
What chapter are you closing right now, and what chapter are you interested in to open?
Oh, she got a tongue out.
So I think I'm closing the chapter of big backery, masculinity,
Mm-hmm.
living in the independent world. You know what I'm saying? I'm opening the chapter of camaraderie, community, of letting somebody help. You know what I'm saying? What's the word? Just community. I'm opening the chapter of community.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, and that's it. That was your closing chapter and your opening chapter.
He only had 2 questions?
That was 3.
What say it one time?
What lesson have you learned? What was your most valuable lesson you learned?
That's what your better answer.
Right.
I feel like that won't deep enough. What you say?
Right. So what was the most valuable lesson you learned?
Show love.
Right?
Okay.
What chapter are you closing?
Oh, big backery, masculinity. I'm definitely closing. Let me tell you why I'm closing that. All right. Because I was afraid to dress a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew that once I started dressing more feminine, a lot more attention would come my way.
Right.
So now I'm trying to just sit in it, embracing it. Because you keep, people say, oh my God, your aura, your light, you shine, you're this, you're that.
Yeah.
So now it's time to wear it all the way. You know what I'm saying?
How that been? Your DM be going crazy.
Yeah. Them quads, them squats and quads at the
I'm
gym.
gonna tell you what it really is. It's the disciplines that I have instilled in my life. I told you I stopped smoking. It's been 2.5 years now.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I stopped drinking all last year. This year I went back to drinking, but not as heavy.
Right.
Not nowhere near as heavy as I was prior to. So I took a whole year from drinking, and I did a year and a half abstaining from sex too.
Right.
So during that time, I'm in the church, working out, in my word, reading. Yeah, a year and a half. That's null and void. That's null and void now, bitch. I'm starting from scratch. It's only been a week.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, that's a lot of work. You just grinding?
Yeah, just doing a lot of comedy. Yeah, and it happened. So the only one out of all 3 of those disciplines that was intentional was to stop smoking. So I stopped smoking. I was still drinking, and then after a while, I was just like, all right, I don't need to drink no more, because I had already stopped drinking before I went on stage. So I would only drink after I performed, or if I were out with friends. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't even going out that much. So I was like, well, shit, I might just start saving more money and just stop drinking altogether.
Right.
And then the sex part, well, shit, you know,
byproduct.
You know what I'm saying? That nigga, he was
So,
just.
you ever had a groupie?
A what?
A groupie? I mean, you ever been on tour and a man be like, yo, you so funny you done left my draw.
No, and I really want one. Cause where my groupies at? I'm really trying to laugh these niggas' draws off. I think they scared of me on the low, cause I'm buff as hell. You know what I'm saying?
What's gonna happen? You gonna meet you a little strong white boy, and he gonna want you to.
Everybody keeps saying a white boy.
Cause they gonna want you to slap him around.
I don't do that though. I'm not really.
I know, but you just did like that, and they gonna be like,
But
oh, they gonna see this.
See, that's the thing. That's why I'm trying to be more feminine, because I'm soft.
I know.
Bougie. Yes. Every Tuesday we're here at the O. Open mic starts at 9 o'clock. Come sign up. Come tell some jokes. Come make people laugh. And come network, because we be having bookers in here. We be having people come in to do podcasts. Come on now. We're trying to get y'all out here, okay?
Yeah. Don't be a stranger, man. Appreciate you, Stephanie.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And we'll see y'all next week.
Adios.
Peace.
Ready to level up and get in your bag? This is your sign. Tap in. Let's get it, y'all. Change mindset.